Resting feels irresponsible to you. Resting feels like something you have to earn, and somehow you never feel like you have earned it enough. You don't think you deserve to rest. If you're a Nigerian woman who is constantly doing, constantly managing, constantly carrying the whole family, and you can't even remember the last time you rested without feeling guilt, this video is for you, because I want to talk to you about why we are so tired, and even though we are tired, we can't rest. We don't give ourselves the luxury of resting without feeling guilt.
Welcome to Dsoftliving, where we have real talk.
Hello, I'm Debbie. This is the soft living, and this conversation is long overdue. Let me say this before we go any further. This video is not me telling you to practice self-care or take bubble bath. I'm not going to tell you to buy a candle and journal your feelings, because honestly, that advice feels insulting when you're genuinely exhausted. This is a conversation about why Nigerian women specifically are carrying a weight that make rest feel impossible for us. It's about the culture we grew up in, the expectation placed on us, the way we were taught that our value is tied to how much we can endure. And it's about the fact that even when you know you need to rest, something deeper than logic is telling you you can't. So this is not about blaming you for being tired. This is about understanding why the tiredness runs so deep, and why rest feels like luxury you're not allowed to have. Because once you understand it, you can start to undo it. Now let's talk. One, the strong woman training. Here is where it starts. Nigerian girls, we are raised to be strong, not just emotionally strong, but functionally strong. We were taught directly or indirectly that a good woman is a woman who can manage the house, manage her children, manage her husband, manage her siblings, manage her parents, manage emotions, manage everyone's emotion, manage stress without complaining. Your mother probably told you one day that you have to be strong too, right? Your aunties probably said marriage is not easy, but you must endure it. Your mother probably lived a whole life of sacrifice and never once sat down to ask herself, what about me? But you have watched all of these things and you have now absorbed it. And somewhere along the way, you learn that women means being capable of carrying more than they should have to carry, and doing it without breaking. So now as an adult, you operate like this. Work is stressful, you manage. Family is demanding, you manage. Relationship is draining you, you manage. Your body is tired, you push through, because that is what strong women do, right? But here's what nobody told you. Strength without rest is not strength. It's survival mode. And survival mode will keep you alive, but it will never allow you to live. There is this my friend that is working in Lagos. She wakes up by 5 a.m. and prepped for work. Before she will get to work in, because of traffic, it will take her like 2 to 3 hours. And once she gets to work, she will do her full job like from morning till night. And after that, she will now go back home. While going home, she will still spend those hours because of Lagos traffic. And when she gets home, she's going to be cooking, doing everything, because take out every day is expensive. She will do her chores, she will wash her clothes, she will call her mom to check in, she will help her younger siblings with their school fees, with anything that they need. And she will reply to her boyfriend who is upset that she has been distant. She will now go on social media, scroll for like 30 minutes, try to relax, try to like, okay, what's happening today? That is when I asked her this question. When do you rest? She looked at me confused and surprised. She's like, rest? I was like, yeah, rest. She said she rests when she sleep. And I'm like, but sleep is not rest. Sleep is your body shutting down because it has no choice. Rest is intentional. Rest is when your nervous system gets to calm down, when your mind gets to be quiet, when you're not managing, not performing for anybody or anything, not holding anything together. And most Nigerian women, we don't know what it actually feels like anymore to rest, because we were never taught that rest is part of strength. We were taught that rest is something that weak people need. So ask yourself honestly, do you even know how to rest or when to rest? Or have you been surviving so long that you have forgotten the difference? Many Nigerian women are not just managing themselves, they are managing everyone. A woman in her late 20s, she works full time, and every month she will send 50,000 naira home for upkeep, for food stuff and everything. And she will also pay her brother's school fees. She will contribute to family events. She will still even plan her wedding. Where does she rest? She doesn't. She does not have time to rest. And women that do these things, sometimes when I look at them, I'm like, how do you have energy to be doing all of these things? Why do you put your family before you? And like, why are you doing all of these things? I don't know. I can't relate. I have helped my siblings, I have helped my parents, I have done that. But there are some people that they do this. If they don't send money home, they cannot rest, they cannot sleep. And it's extreme. Hmm? And now her parents, they're always asking her, when are you getting married? So now she's planning her wedding by herself. When does she rest? I don't think she have time to rest, because Nigerian culture does not praise boundaries. It praises endurance. When you tell them you can't help with this, they start seeing you like the bad person. When you tell them that this month, oh, I'm broke, oh, I cannot do this thing, they'll start seeing you as the bad person. And when you say I can't help you with this, they will call you selfish. When you tell them that I need a break, they will say you're ungrateful. After everything, I carry you for 9 months. I'm the one that birthed you. When you tell them I'm tired, they will call you weak. So you keep going until your body forces you to stop, until they have shown you shege banza, until they have shown you their entitlement mentality. And by then, it's not rest, it's burnout. How much of your exhaustion is what you are doing versus what everyone expects you to do? The reason why so many of us are so tired and exhausted is because the things that we want to do, we cannot do it. We are doing what other people expect us to do. This is the second part. Rest is not the solution. Boundaries are. When you have boundaries, you can rest. 3. Soft life versus hustle culture, hustle life. Most Nigerian women are living in contradictions. They are saying they want to live soft life, they want to do this, they want to do that. But what they are doing is hustle. They are hustling. They are trying to build something for themselves, and there is nothing wrong with that. But soft life is when you are being taken care of, when you're living a baby girl's life. Or maybe when you already make a lot of money and now you cannot be spending it on yourself. I know a content creator that posts every day. She will be in her robes, aesthetically pleasing content, posting money stuff, posting captions and everything. But every day she posts, and she's in another country that pays creators. So everything that she posts, they are paying her for those things. And she's saying that she's living soft life. I think she's working. That is not soft life. Part 4. Let's talk about guilt and laziness. Even when Nigerian women have time to rest, they feel guilt. Free Saturdays, no plans, and instead of resting, you feel like you should be doing something, because you were raised in a culture that equates rest with laziness. In my house, while I was growing up, there was no resting. If my parents see me without doing anything, it's like they cannot handle it. They will send me to go and do something. And when my parents they give me something task to do, I will do all the task quickly because I want to have time to rest. But after I finish it, because they don't know rest, they will give me another task. That is what I face. So all these things I'm telling you is a very live experience for me. On Sundays, there is no free time. You're always working. And I know that I'm not the only person that is raised in this type of culture that equate rest with laziness. You have seen your mother work until she dropped. Sometimes I'll tell my mom, like, Mom, go and, like, rest. I call my mom, Mary, like, rest. I don't know why she wants to be walking around the clock. Like, why do you have to walk like that? So I know some of you too have seen your mom walk like that non-stop. They praised women for endurance, not rest. So now your mind says you have not done enough yet. Rest is not reward. It's a requirement for being human being. Rest. Rest. Rest in Jesus' name. You see, this life is very short. Don't overwork your life. Don't do. When you're tired, rest. But Nigerian women were taught that their humanity comes second to their usefulness. You have to be useful to make sense to people. When last did you rest without feeling guilt? I'm talking about actual rest. Not you scrolling on social media and falling asleep. Not you worrying about something and stress out. If you can't remember, that is the issue. Now, this is what rest look like. Saying no without over-explaining yourself. Turning off your phone for 2 hours. Just taking your time. Letting something go undone. Another one that I love is not filling every quiet moment with productivity. If they want to be quiet, if you go on date with somebody and they have nothing to say, don't say anything. Rest does not have to be grand. It does not have to be you telling all your friends, oh, I'm taking my time to rest. You don't have to do that. You just have to rest when it's necessary for you to rest. It just has to be real and non-negotiable. And I want to tell you guys one story, but I think I'll tell you guys the story in the next video. And what is one thing you're doing right now out of obligation, fear, or guilt that you know is draining you? A lot of Nigerian women are waiting for somebody to give them permission to rest. They are waiting for that man to tell them to rest, or they are waiting for that man to massage them or to do something for them. But the truth is that permission has to come from you first. Rest is not something that you earn. It's not it is something that you need because you're a human being. You're human. So tell me in the comments what's stopping you from resting. No judgment, just honesty. And please subscribe if you have not subscribed. If this felt like something that you needed, the soft living is where we talk about what Nigerian women carry and how to finally put some of it down. I'm Debbie. This was Real Talk, and I will see you in my next video. Toodles. Love you.